Any member of the Canadian Forces can apply for selection to JTF-2. Because of the unit's extremely high standards, however, only the best progress to the 7-month Special Operations Assault course, where they are steeped in the intricacies of counterterrorism techniques. Initially, all candidates undergo a battery of scientifically validated tests designed to assess their suitability. Physical strength and endurance are important, but equally important are professional skills and personal traits such as integrity, maturity, confidence, mental toughness, a team-oriented attitude, and an enormous sense of self-discipline. At the same time, they have to understand their own limitations. Mission failure for JTF-2 is not an option. Missions undertaken at this level have national repercussions. As you might expect, training standards are set high. They cannot be bent, relaxed, or negotiated in any way. If an individual fails to meet and maintain them, training ceases immediately, and the student leaves the facility. On this, there can be no compromise. But for those who do succeed to these special ranks, by far the majority would say it is the most rewarding job of their lives. In training and on operations, JTF-2 assaulters may have to endure great hardship, both physical and mental, possibly in very remote locations and in extreme conditions, and still achieve their objectives. These can include missions in areas denied to conventional forces, where they might work in small teams, perhaps very much isolated from their supporting units, and for extended periods of time. It is a highly specialized unit, a scalpel, not a hammer. Elements of the force could be inserted to conduct precision offensive action, gather intelligence, evacuate non-combatants, or rescue hostages. These missions are high value in nature to commit JTF-2 troops. To succeed in these conditions, assaulters must have complete faith in themselves, their abilities, and those of their comrades. This is when their disciplined training pays off, helping them to focus on the task at hand and complete the mission. Operational security is paramount. At both the individual and unit levels, JTF-2's capabilities could be seriously compromised by the release or disclosure of certain information. Clues about members' identities could endanger both them and their families. Small lapses can accumulate. Little by little, a bigger picture can emerge and provide information that is useful to an enemy. That's when breaches, no matter how small, can have real-life implications for the security of the force. That's why unit security is taken so seriously. Canada's force is unique and requires an especially sensitive approach to unit security. The combined special forces of the United States, for example, totals more than 43,000 members in several units. Canada's special forces are limited to those in JTF-2. The consequences of a single breach of security are relatively more serious and potentially more lethal. The Canadian Forces must balance the public's right to know about what is being done to protect them and their interests, and simultaneously protect the operational integrity of the unit, as there is no larger Special Forces community where the anonymity of compromised members could be re-established. In supporting the objectives set for them by the government, the Canadian Forces can expect to engage in more special operations in the years ahead.